Atiku leaving the APC shouldn't be seen as a breaking news. Should be seen as the most anticipated news. Because if you look at his exit from his previous parties, the only time he stayed for a very long time in a party was 1999 to 2007, when he was, I mean from 1999 upward, since we started our democracy, the only time he stayed in just one party for over 4 or 5 years was when he was the vice president, and it was in PDP. Immediately after he couldn't get what he wants from the PDP because of the rift between himself and General Olusegun Obasanjo, President Olusegun Obasanjo then, he had to leave. And such has been happening from time to time. So you would agree with me that in the last primary held before the 2015 election, he showed interest in contesting for the presidency, but he couldn't win the primary because of some forces that probably did not favor him, or the calculation then. And now, with what is going on within the APC, it still shows that the party might not even consider him for the ticket. So, and as a political person who has a personal interest known to him, I don't see it as something strange for him to have cross-carpeted to, let me use to any party now, because he has not shown any flag of a particular political party, but for him to have left the APC, I'm not seeing it as something.
What do you think this particular defection says of the person of Atiku Abubakar? Now, I'm saying this because when he joined the APC,
okay,
he made it clear to everybody that that was his final response and that he would not leave the party.
Yeah,
what would you say in terms of an image now? What does that say about it?
You see, a very reasonable percentage of Nigerian politicians don't care about image. Most of them can't do without being in the corridor of power. I remember vividly before the 2015 election, a lot of people in the PDP were saying different kind of things about the coming up APC then. That APC won't last, they are not ideological, they are this, they are weak. Immediately when President Muhammadu Buhari became the president, and the PDP changed from being the ruling party to the opposition party, a whole lot of them across the country, in all states, in almost all states, started defecting to the APC. That tells you that we don't have ideological political parties in Nigeria. The ideology compared to the interest is far different. So people, when you want to give preference to image now in the Nigerian political setting, then I will tell you we might not even have any, because let me say all, excluding probably some few, even President Muhammadu Buhari moved from one party to another before he became president in APC. He was in ANPP, from ANPP to CPC, from CPC he moved to APC. Amechi, Bukola, Saraki, El-Rufai himself too. So I won't say that these people consider image to be something very important like that for them in the political setting. Even Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu moved from AD to ACN to AC. It was in AD. But one thing I discovered in Nigeria is that if you did not move from APC or ACN or AD to PDP, they won't consider you not to be a progressive. But wait, what is happening to the names of the party and to the ideologies of the party? Is it that we have the same wine in different bottles, or we really have different ideologies among those political parties? So saying that Atiku is not considering his image, I'll tell you there is no image in the political landscape of Nigeria among the political elites.
But then when we look at his moving from the APC now, you know, if we were to listen to what he was saying earlier on, that he wouldn't move, do you expect, now that he has left, do you expect some other, you know, bigwigs within the APC to follow suit?
You see, Atiku is not a is not a political, I want to use a word, is not a political barren individual. Of course, he has children in politics. He has those people he has been mentoring. He has people he has fixed up in different political offices, people he has sponsored. Those people are his followers. They are his loyalists. Some of them would follow, some might not. Some might just be on the fence.
You are expecting more.
You understand? Yes, more movement will definitely come. If you check his history, you will know that a lot of people move with him. So, but one thing that I consider not to be sensible from my own party is when he was saying that he left, he was counting the reasons why he left the party. Like, he was saying that he left the party because the youths were not carried along, that the federal executive cabinet, probably the ministerial appointment, does not have the youth in it. But I want to ask a question. When Atiku himself was given a slot to nominate someone, I think Adamawa as a representative in the executive council, and Atiku is, if not the biggest, he will be one of the biggest political wing in big wing in Adamawa. When he nominated, who did he nominate, and who were those names? Those people he nominated, were they youth? Were those people rejected? If you can point out to those facts, if you can answer those questions, then we will know that he really has the interest of the people, of the youths at heart. That is one. And number two is that Atiku himself has been saying that the youth should be given the mantle of leadership. What stops him from sponsoring a youth out of those people he has mentored that are loyal to him to become the president of this country? Or does it mean that he does not have anybody, any youth in his line of loyalists that he can sponsor, that has what it takes to lead this country or to even lead his state?
Okay.
Or will it be in the same shoe with what Obasanjo just said, that the current youth we have are youth that we can't give power to? So I begin to wonder.
But from all indications and from your response, you don't seem convinced with the reasons Atiku gave for leaving the party.
Exactly.
What reasons would you say were responsible for him failing to acquire his aims in the APC?
You see, when it comes to political calculations, there are things that goes beyond an individual. Individualism probably sometimes does not thrive in politics. It is a game of number. It is a game of you having people who can believe you, who can believe in you, who are convinced about your personality. Something made people to come together. Even people who don't know Buhari, who were not in this country, who were not born when Buhari led this country during the military era. Something made them to team up and support him. Probably, I won't say probably because of his behavior or his antecedent, but I will say probably because of the kind of PR they engaged to work for him. Because what we heard then is practically different from what we are seeing now. So, but I won't say that he led perfectly well then. That was why people could support him. But in the case of Atiku, the issue started from myself and my boss, between himself and the Obasanjo third-term agenda and all like that. And as we progress, then we discover that Atiku is a kind of person that has this, I want to do it, I can do it, no, we can do it. Because if he has been considering the factor of pulling people together to achieve a particular aim, or waiting for some time to make decision, or following the heat at any point in time it comes, he wouldn't have decamped for almost 4 to 5 times within 17, 18 years.
Mr. Badmus, when we look at the situation, these defections, or rather defections, now we do not know where he's going to, would you say that his movement, as it were, would hurt his future political chances? Because the politician will say you should strike when the iron is hot, you should read the signs and move at the proper time. Would you say that he has done that well?
You see, no one knows what happens to a politician, not until it happens. It's just like the case of this governor that died in Kogi. Everybody would believe that, okay, this man is the next governor of Kogi. nobody would believe that the present governor will even become governor in the next 8 years. But what happened? The story changed, because we are not even the master planner of what is happening to us.
Those are exceptions.
You understand? Yes, it could also have exceptions. I have a question that, can we now say that Atiku has gotten to his political menopause for changing, running from one place to another, but we might miscalculate. 2019 might come. You know, these people, the way they play their game. For him to have left the APC, I'm telling you, there are a lot of calculations that have been going underground that even many of us analyzing issues might not even know about.
Are you saying it's possible that this departure from the APC was orchestrated by the PDP?
Impossible is nothing. Impossible is nothing. When someone defects, if I'm a big wing in my party, and I left the party for that party I am now, and I want to leave to another party, I will not leave when I know that my space won't be kept where I'm going to. I will leave based on invitation. I will leave based on the fact that I'll be welcome. So there are people, even in the APC now, who will still leave after this defection, but they want someone to lead first. Okay, fine. Bukola Saraki was never a part of APC. He was governor of Kwara State under PDP for 8 years. He was senator under PDP. Now he's Senate president under APC. If 2019 comes, he couldn't get what he wants from APC. I'm telling you, you can quote me, he would go. Dino Melaye too was never part of APC. A lot of them declined to the APC because they want to belong to the cabal, to those who are really determining their affairs. If you are in the opposition, they don't believe is that if you are in the opposition, and even you are in the house but you are in the opposition, you might not have that clear-cut penetration into what is happening, into what they call the presidency, and no, because the president is in the APC now. So if by tomorrow there's an election and most of them couldn't get what they really want, probably the one in rep wants to get a Senate ticket, or the one in Senate wants to get a gubernatorial ticket, the one as the Senate president wants to be the next president, and they couldn't get all those things. The calculation, I'm telling you now that most of them are still holding talks with the PDP.
All right, okay, but then when we look at the APC now as a party, his exit from the APC, does it spell any doom for the party?
Definitely. Atiku is a financier for APC. Atiku is one of the financiers of APC. If he's leaving, let me tell you, El-Rufai made some noise over the weekend. He ranted, he said a lot of things. But he's saying all those things because he knows the hard work. El-Rufai is an Hausa man. Atiku is an Hausa man. Because he knows the hard work. Atiku's exit could cost the party.
But you know, El-Rufai actually did say that they knew he was going to leave much earlier on, and now he has done so. So they had been expecting it. Yeah, it's expected. But even if you had anticipated that, look at, did you hear what Brigadier Amila said? Brigadier Amila said it, that those are the people that understand politics. They are not driven by their emotion or by their party solidarity. They understand what a factor like Atiku, his exit could cost to a party. APC is just a nascent political party. They've not done 2 elections together. They did one. The one they did together had a lot of rift internally. What happened when they wanted to choose who would be the Senate president, the Speaker of the House, the leader, all those things? A lot of issues happened. That tells you that the party is yet to get it right. And now, one of those people that could talk to a whole lot of people, Atiku is just a factor, a tree that has a lot of branches. So if we now uproot one of the biggest tree in a compound, from that compound, and you're not telling me that we won't feel the absence of that tree, it is impossible.
Let's leave it at that. Thank you very much. Mr. Babatunde Badmus has been talking to us on Atiku's exit from the All Progressives Congress. It was really nice talking to you.
Thank you very much.
All right then, we'll go on a short break on M120. Stay with us.